Hello friends, welcome to the series of lectures on digital marketing and e-commerce. I am Dr. Suchita Vishkarma, Assistant Professor with Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. And today we are going to talk about one of the topics of Unit 4, which is digital marketing strategies and its ROI. Students, we are now almost on the verge of completing Unit 4, and in all my previous lectures, which you have already seen, and we all have discussed that digital marketing is one of the very important methods of marketing which is now being adopted by most of the companies because of the low cost and higher effectiveness or higher effectiveness. We know that digital marketing is one of the methods which can be operated simultaneously on different digital platforms, be it mobile, laptops, social media or many other things. And so we have very well understood that what are the importance and why most of the companies are now adopting it, and we have also understood that this is one way which is not only giving convenience to the customers, but is also of mutual benefit to both the parties, that means the customers and the company. So, now after discussing about the various kinds of digital marketing methods, today what we need to understand that how these particular digital marketing methods or the strategies that are adopted by the company can be measured, and how can a company basically assess the ROI. Now, what ROI is? This is something that you all already know that ROI is return on investment. That means that every company invests certain money, puts in certain money, not only in the term of financially about money, but also puts some time, energy, there is involvement of people, and so altogether, which obviously leads into involvement of money. So the companies invest lot of money in designing, in creating, and in launching a particular campaign. That could be offline campaign, that could be online campaign. But over here, since we are talking about digital marketing, we would restrict ourselves only to the online campaigns. So, whenever a company is floating any online campaign, it is investing lot of money. Now, it is important for the company to understand that whatever amount of money that they are spending, is it really worthwhile or not? That means, if I am getting a return from the whatever investment that I am putting, then only there is a sense of business. That means, if a company is not getting sufficient amount of returns in comparison to whatever amount of money that they are investing, then it would not be profitable, and it would not be it would not be sustainable for the company. So, it is very important to understand that what are the different marketing strategies which are adopted by the company, and what is its comparative ROI. So, let us get started with this particular topic today. Now, in all my previous lectures, we have discussed a lot about all these methods of digital marketing strategies, and so today I will just recapitulate you to all these kind of digital strategies, though we had studied all of them in quite a length. So, we would just understand that digital marketing can be performed through various modes, that means various methods like the social media marketing, influencer, email, content, search engine marketing, search engine optimization as well, pay per click, affiliate marketing and mobile marketing. So, let us go to a quick recap about all of them. So, starting with the social media marketing, you all know that social media marketing is basically one of the marketing strategies in which the companies tries to utilize the and engage their audience, their visitors, their customers, their existing customers, their prospects through the use of social media. That means, they try to be present on the various social media platforms which various people across the world are using, and the most prominent social media platforms are, as we had already discussed also earlier, are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn for the professional community also. then we have YouTube, so forward. So these are the various social media platforms. So these social media platforms, since they are used for different purposes, for entertainment, for having a professional network connection, as in case of LinkedIn, and so, and in case of Twitter also. So these social media platforms has a lot of reach and various kinds of people. That means it doesn't matter that what is the demographic characteristics of individual, or whether there are different kinds of people who are connected on these social media platforms, depending on their particular personal interest. And they also form communities by combining with with their family, friends, and people of their similar interest. So this is what social media marketing is. So companies try to get to be present on these social media platforms in order to increase their reach, in order to increase their brand awareness, so that when the companies will be able to showcase their ad, display their advertisements on these particular these social media. So in that particular case, the individual, that means the customer, the prospect, or whatever, or even the audience, whatever you can assume right now, he would be spending some very relaxed time on the social media platform, and whenever he feels that whenever he would see that particular display ad, he would get motivated if that particular ad is of relevance to the audience. So this is one of the very effective strategies which is used by most of the companies today. Then we also have the next concept which is influencer marketing. And influencer marketing is basically a concept when the companies deliberately make a connect with any influencer and collaborates in a manner that these influencers starts advocating about the company's products. That means let us once again understand that who is an influencer. Influencer is any person who has got some name, fame, and credibility among the audience, among the people in the society, because of their personal working, the personal deeds, or the personal arena into which they are operating. It could be any celebrity from the Bollywood, Hollywood, or it could be anyone from the political background, it could be anyone from the sports background, it could be anyone from the social background, or anyone among us also. So influencer marketing is basically a concept where where the company basically asks these influencers to promote, to advocate the kind of product, services, or even the brand name of the company also, because they feel that if this particular influencer will speak, then obviously that will have then all the followers of the particular influencer will have a lot of trust, because they believe in that particular influencer and will start following the company as well. So basically the company tries to leverage the fan followings of the influencer. Then we have the next kind of of digital strategy, which is email marketing. Email marketing, we had discussed earlier also that email marketing is one of the methods in which the company tries to send various kinds of various kinds of emails having different content to all those people who have allowed the company to send the emails to them. That means, if I have allowed a particular company to send email, then the company would be sending me various kinds of emails having different content, so that I can read about it, I can have more information about the company, I can have more information about the products and services, and in between obviously the company can also send me various links related to the website, related to the product, so that I can click these links, I can go to the particular website, I can have access to the information, I can and through this particular process the company tries to generate more of leads, which would actually help in final conversion. Then we have content marketing. Content marketing is basically a process in which the company tries to create very good, genuine, engaging content for the audience, and these content can be shared through various ways. That means it can be shared through in the form of blogs, it can be shared in the form of the website content, it could be shared in the form of the email campaigns or various other kind of activities. So, this content marketing is basically designing and creating genuine engaging content for the digital platform. Then we have search engine optimization. This is one of the very important methods, very important strategies which a company uses, and this strategy is basically all about increasing the searchability of the website. That means that simply means that since all of the companies nowadays are striving very much to be present on the website, but then the searchability of all the companies websites is not equally equal. That means if I for example, if I put in a keyword, let us say apparel or let us say education, then there would be thousands of websites across the world which be related to apparel or education, but all of them will not appear on the first front page. So, we need to understand that who are the which all are the websites, which all are the links which would come on the first page, and within the first page also which would be the one which would come the first, I mean on the first sequence, second sequence, third sequence, and then later on. So, it has been understood by various surveys that usually a tendency of an individual, a person who is visiting or searching, trying to search out, it has been seen that the tendency of that person is that they do not search or open the links beyond 10 the first 10 links. So, it is very important for any company to be visible on the among the first 10 links, because then only there is a chances of increasing more of audience who would be the visitors, increasing more of leads and increasing more of conversions. So, this is all about search engine optimization. Then we have also discussed about search engine marketing, and we had in my previous lecture we had discussed that searchability of a website can be increased by organic ways and by paid ways also. So, search engine optimization is obviously an organic method, while search engine marketing is a strategy in which the company is ready to pay certain amount to the search engine organizations, and they feel that yes, by paying a certain amount the searchability will increase, and that is what is called search engine marketing. So, in search engine marketing, there are various kinds of keywords which the companies keeps a track on, and by using those particular keywords, the companies are able to increase their searchability, and by the proper usage of that keywords at the significant places which would enhance the searchability, obviously the company is also required to pay for these keywords, and there is a bidding process that follows on for this keyword. So, this bidding basically helps in increasing the rating of the company. Then we have pay per click concept of digital marketing. Pay per click basically is a concept where the companies tries to increase their searchability by paying certain money to the search engine organizations, and these companies basically believe that the search engine will associate with the company in order to increase the visitors, increase the audience, or the flow of the traffic in the website, and this particular in this particular process they are ready to pay some amount to the search engine for every click that they receive. That means, if that is for example, if there is a website, and there would be obviously various number of icons on which I can search the product, I can go to different pages for me allowing to go into different pages. So, if I am clicking on a particular page, that means I am more interested in looking more or having more information about that particular website. So, pay per click is that a particular option where the company knows that for getting people, for getting visitors who are more engaged, who are more interested in having detailed information about the company, for getting such kind of audience, they are ready to pay a certain amount to the search engine companies. Then we have affiliate marketing concept. Affiliate marketing concept or this particular digital strategy is one very effective strategy where those companies who do not have their very high searchability can also increase their searchability by putting their display ads, by putting up their write-ups on those particular websites which have higher searchability. That simply means that if I am a company which is very new to the digital platform, and I know that I am not very much very much I mean searched. So, if I know that I am a company which is very new to this digital platform, and there are companies who are into the similar industry or who may be into the other industry also, but they have got a good name, they have good got good number of audience who have got good traffic flow, then obviously I can put my ads, my display ads on these particular websites, and whenever any person, for example, if I am putting my display ads on, let us say companies like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, maybe some other also, and I am also into apparel industry, then there are chances that if a individual is opening a particular home page of Amazon, Flipkart or any other company, then they would see my ad, and if they are interested, then there are chances that they would go to my website also. So, this is about affiliate marketing, and then we obviously have mobile marketing strategy. Mobile marketing strategy is basically is a concept where the company tries to leverage from the various apps which are present on the mobile, which a individual basically uses for various purposes. So, there are various kinds of apps, and advertising or putting their advertisements or having a particular dedicated app on the mobile also enhances the searchability of the organization. So, these are the various digital marketing strategies which we had discussed earlier also. Now, coming to digital marketing ROI. So, we had also discussed earlier that ROI is basically a concept where the companies tries to assess or measure the profit or loss that they are generating from the digital marketing campaigns. And why measuring is important? Because we know that whatever whichever thing can be measured, the performance of the same can be improved, and if we are not able to measure any particular thing, then obviously the performance will we will not be able to actually quantify it. If there is anything for which we are not able to quantify, then it would be basically a subjective matter, and then improvement will be and possibility of improvement will not be in the same manner. And in my previous lecture, I had also discussed about this particular matrix which is used by marketing analytics, and we had talked about that in the marketing analytics, the companies basically use lot of methods to analyze that what is the traffic flow, what is the conversion ratio, how many people are basically clicking on the particular page, which all pages are being clicked, what is the traffic in the social media, how many are the subscribers, how many are the non-subscribers, how many people had subscribed earlier but unsubscribed now. So, these are the various metrics which are used by marketing analytics companies, or rather which are used by companies for analyzing their performance on the various parameters. So, basis these, there has been some few other metrics also which are now taken care of and which are used for calculating ROI. So, we will understand all of them one by one. So, these are the various metrics which are used for calculating ROI. The first being the conversion rate, then cost per lead, lead close rate, cost per acquisition, average order value, customer lifetime value. So, let us discuss all of them one by one. So, the first is conversion rate. So, conversion rate basically means how many people are getting converted, and how many people are getting converted means, for example, that there may be a company who is having lot of traffic, who is having lot of audience. There are a lot of people who are very much interested in searching the information from that particular website, but the product or the services which are offered by the company is not being bought by uh, as many people as the audience is or the traffic is. That means there may I am just taking a hypothetical example over here. For any company XYZ, the audience can be a million, but the conversion rate or the people who are actually using or have started purchasing their product is, let us say, only 10. Then probably we can say that yes, the content is very interesting, the content is genuine, the content is engaging, and so people are having a lot of footfall on that particular website. But then there is some problem with the product. It could be related to the product also, it could be related to the services also, it could be related to the product credibility, it could be the pricing factor, or that means something related to the product specifically. So, over there you need to understand that out of over here also you can see that this particular for example, there has been I have taken an example of a company in which there has been organic search, and the organic search has been through various modes. That means has been through social media also, through display ads also, through paid searches also, through emails also, through referrals also. So, there has been lot of visitors, who the traffic is quite high. The users who are connected to this, the unique connections also is pretty good, but then the conversion is poor. So, this kind of statistics will basically help me understand that yes, people are interested. That means I am engaging, I am putting in lot of money for developing, designing lot of content, and which is actually helping me increase the reach, which is helping me engage the customers. But then there is something, because the conversion because the company will get profit only after getting conversions. If a company is not able to get conversions, then there is no point of existence. This is something that you all students must understand. So, the company should also focus very much on conversion. So, this basically this particular calculation will help understand that what is the conversion ratio out of, say, over here for example, if we take out of 8,000, what has been the conversion ratio? It has been only 1, and so it is quite poor. And so, what are the efforts that can be taken up to enhance the return on investments? This is the first method. The second method being cost per lead. Cost per lead is basically the warm the warm lead that I am getting, and the warm lead is basically the people who are interested in purchasing the product or service of the company. So, cost per lead, that means there are times when the company is required to pay certain money to the search engine for generating the leads, and if I am getting certain lead from the search engine, what is the amount of money that I am paying is of great importance. So, cost per lead can be calculated by the amount that is spent by the company for advertising and the total attribution, the total leads that I have received. So, this is again one ratio that needs to be calculated. If the cost per lead is quite high, then it is not actually sensible. That means the company should take efforts to understand and identify that what are the problematic areas, and accordingly try to reduce the cost also, or rather try to increase the lead also. That means there should be some content which encourages the people to start purchasing the product. Then we have lead close rate. Lead close rate is unlike the previous one, unlike the conversion rate, because in lead close rate we try to find out the ratio of the total converted leads, that means the total closed leads, from the total amount of leads that exist. So, in the previous case we were trying to find out this ratio from the total number of people who were visiting the website, but in this case we are trying to converge it to the total number of leads only. So, over here the conversion ratio is the lead close rate will be comparatively better, and so this is a lead close rate. Then we have cost per acquisition. which basically means that for acquiring one particular customer, that means finally converting that particular visitor into the existing customer or into a customer, what is the amount of money that I have spent. So, that is cost per acquisition. So, that is basically calculated by finding out that the total amount that I have spent and the total conversion that I have received. Then we have average order value. Average order value is basically trying to find out that how many people or how many visitors or how many other total number of customers that I have, and what is the total revenue that I have generated from all of them, and trying to find out the average order value. So, this is basically the total revenue by total number of orders. Then we have customer lifetime value. This is very important matrix which helps the company to understand that what is the total value or worth of a customer. There can be n number of customers of a company. There may be one customer who is very loyal, but who is not very frequent purchaser, who buys in larger bulk amounts, but is not a frequent purchaser. There can be another customer who is loyal, who is a frequent purchaser, but the amount of purchase that he is making every time is quite small. So, company needs to segregate both of them. Company needs to also identify that for whom what kind of marketing strategy they would like to adopt. So, this basically would help this customer lifetime value can be calculated by calculating the lifetime value, and lifetime value into the profit margin will help will be basically customer lifetime value. So, this is how the customer lifetime value will help the company to understand that what are the different ways through which the digital marketing strategy can be changed, can be altered for different kind of customers. Then obviously, there are lots of challenges also in calculating ROI, because most of the companies are not till date also not using this concept of ROI and the major reasons of not accepting this calculation of ROI is aligning the KPIs, that means the key performance index of the company, to the organizational goal. They are not able to quantify their index. Then the other reasons are attributed leads to the revenue, that means how they should count on whatever leads that they have received, how they should convert them into the revenue, that is the monetary terms, is also difficult for certain companies. Determining the right KPI which will help them understand that what is the index and how it can be quantified is again a difficulty. Collecting right data is again a difficulty, analyzing data, lack of expertise, lack of orientation and time taken. So, all these are quite big challenges for the company. Over here we will just have a quick look on the digital marketing ROI statistics, which is based on the litmus report, and it has been seen that the average return of investment from email marketing stands to 4,200%. So, that means the return of email marketing is quite very high for average companies and for good performing companies on an average. So, this is the kind of return, and if a company is not having such kind of returns, then they should obviously relook into the context. Individuals who are using blogging are 13 times more likely to get a positive ROI. Marketers who compute ROI are 1.6 times more likely to be awarded with high budget for marketing activities. Then obviously 72% of the marketers improve their engagement to content marketing. 72% of the companies attribute their success to the content marketing. Videos also increases the conversion ratio to 86%, and the cost of content marketing is 62% less than the traditional marketing. So, over here you can understand that how digital marketing is very effective and is leading to higher return on investment. So, for detailed understanding you can go to these references and have a better understanding. Thank you.